Hello. We are here with these guys after such a long time. It's nice to be on this Facebook Live with the Rasmus.
Yeah, we haven't seen each other in more than a year, 14 months. Only on the screen, but not like in real life.
Yeah.
We are here to answer your questions. This is a Q&A session for all of you fans who have been sending us these beautiful questions here. We have it on the paper. First of all, I need to say that many people have been asking about the tours and gigs. And obviously we love touring, we love to play concerts, and the situation in the world is such that we have to see how the pandemic is playing out before we can play out our things. But we want to book more concerts in more countries, and we love doing that, so we have to come back to that a little bit later. And we also received a lot of questions about the new album, and we'll also talk about the new album a bit later. But yeah, we haven't actually finished recording all the songs yet. But here we are. You know the drill. We are just gonna pick some of these questions here, and lots of love to you.
All right. Should we
Let's
start?
do this.
Okay. First one. How was the recording process being in different countries? And this came from Mexico City, from Bridget.
Yeah, I think we started about 2 years ago, something, thinking of the first bunch of songs. We had written some demos, and first we came together in Spain. I can't even remember exactly when it was, but we rented this kind of a cool old haunted villa where we lived together, just the four of us, and every day we could practice in this room that had a very nice view over the mountains, and it was such a beautiful thing to be there, like on a little camp, and we spent like 2 weeks or something there, and it was pretty inspiring to be in a new environment, and also like sleeping in this kind of haunted house was a little bit creepy, so I could always go sleep next to Eero when I was really scared, and it was like a thing that, you know, that's how the bands usually do work. Everything, you know, happens when we are together. So we had really big plans for this album. Like, actually, we went to Spain another time before the COVID thing started, and I believe in the interaction when it comes like being together, and all of a sudden the COVID started, and we had to start working remotely from different countries on a laptop screen. So it was really difficult to start with. I think at least I was angry about it, and I was really frustrated because I was like having a bad connection, and I was like, fuck, I'm not gonna do this album on my cell phone, you know, talking to these guys and trying to create a masterpiece like this. So it took a little while to get used to an idea like we should write the songs and play the songs, record the songs from different parts of the world. So I live in Hawaii, which is like pretty much like the other side of the world than Finland, where Aki and Pauli live. And then Eero lives in Australia. So, like...
And the producer was in England.
Yeah, producer in England, record label in Sweden. So it's like... It was pretty interesting situation that we are like in different time zones, and we have to start like meeting on the screen, like, okay, let's work on this song. Any ideas, guys? And like really weird. It took a while to get used to it, but thank God we have these toys that help us to communicate, and we were able to write beautiful songs on this album and record them too. And I think also we managed to use this feeling to sort of to become the theme for the album, like this the fact that we are separated from each other and there's a long distance between us. And I think that was one very long answer from me.
That was a long one. Yeah, it was. I think we have like
We have to give a little
3,000
applause.
questions more.
Yeah, but I think
That was
yeah.
good. It,
Okay.
actually, you answered like many of the questions we have.
Let Pauli say.
Yeah, I just want to share because I was really frustrated because I had to play guitar and I was thinking how to play when I don't get any input from the guys. So I set up a rig and my guitar gear on my balcony, took off my clothes and rocked it out. It was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Good
Me
one.
too. I mean,
Sounds good.
I found ways to work like never before. So I had my microphone and my laptop, and I drove on top of a mountain one day, and I put my mic in the stand, and I was singing something up there in the nature. I went to the beach to record something. I recorded something in a empty movie theater. So it was actually really nice and very inspiring to be in a different environment than a regular studio.
Okay, let's move on.
Sorry.
Nice one. Which artist would you like to collaborate with?
Ooh.
This is from Carla Mendoza from Mexico.
We have done a lot of collaborations. It's been fun to work with other Finnish bands.
Yeah, like Apocalyptica and
Yeah.
Ville Valo from him.
Also, we did a song with the Nightwish singer once.
The previous singer,
Yeah.
Annette Olson. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe Kat Von D. She's releasing a song today, actually.
Today, yeah.
Yeah.
So are we. Good. All right. Ines from Kassel, Germany, is asking, what have you missed most during the lockdown so far?
So let me answer this one. So of course during the lockdown, one of the things that you cannot do is travel, and part of my life has been quite a lot of traveling between Australia and Finland, and I've been actually missing Finland quite a lot because it's been such a long time not to be visiting the place where you were born and where the culture that you saw. But other part is also these guys. Like I've been really missing these guys. I haven't seen you in such a long time. Yeah, like we are one of those professionals that when the lockdown started, it basically also locked down our profession because we couldn't do any concerts, we couldn't do any festivals, we had to cancel everything, and that was really sad.
Me too. I missed Finland also. I had to do a little quarantine when I came here, 3 days, and I was actually spending that time alone in a summer in the country house we have, and it was really nice. I was actually so happy that I was in the forest, in the woods, just like shouting and laughing out loud. I was so happy to be back in Finland, and I was so excited to release new music and meet the guys again, and like I felt like we're getting over this pandemic finally. I felt positive kind of for the first time.
Yeah, and also I've been missing the freedom. I mean, freedom to travel, freedom to play the shows, freedom to meet friends, families, my grandma, stuff like that. Okay, from Anna Christina. Why Bones as the first single?
Yeah, I think Bones was one of the first songs, sort of like showing the way
one of the key songs.
Yeah.
Maybe one of the first songs we finished.
Yeah, maybe one of the first songs we finished. So it's always hard to pick the songs or the, because of course there's gonna be a lot of different things, and not all the songs are gonna be the same. So, but I think this was a really nice opening. It's a little bit different type of song that we ever put out before, though it has this kind of Rasmus DNA in it. But yeah.
Good.
Next question.
Okay. Okay. Do any of you sing in the shower? And if
Yes,
so,
I do.
what songs? Which songs?
Pavarotti only.
Only. Okay. The same. This was from,
The same.
I think, Stephanie from Nottingham, UK.
So Stephanie, we would like to know what you sing in the shower. Are you also a Pavarotti type of person or something else?
DM Eero privately.
Yeah. Barbara is asking, what was the best thing for you that happened during the pandemic or during the last year? I'm really happy that we first of all, we decided to do the album. As Lauri told, it wasn't very easy in the beginning, but we still decided to work on it, and I think we found the right methods to do it. And so I'm really happy that we are quite far with the album now, and now we are releasing the first single, Bones, of it. I'm proud of us, guys.
Yes, me too.
Yeah. All right. Lauri, does your Hawaii life affect your music?
Yeah, I think it affects me as a person, and I always felt I have the light side and the dark side in me. And I would say Finland is the dark side and Hawaii is the sunny side.
This is really good because Barbara Falusi from Hungary says that in her opinion, Hawaii could be the opposite of Finland.
Yeah, it is kind of like that, but there's still, I'm still a Finn. I'm a Finnish guy in my heart and
Extremely.
my roots. So that's something that will never change. And I have a room, like a workspace in Hawaii, which I go to work very early in the morning. Actually, when it's still kind of like nighttime, so I would wake up like 4, 5 o'clock. And I kind of look for this like a Twilight Zone mood, and I put myself there in a place where I would rather sleep, but I just like force myself to wake up. And it's been really nice because then I'm sort of half in my dreams and half awake, and I've been really creative in those hours. And this was actually a tip from my friend who's practicing meditation, and he said like he's waking up almost every night at 4 o'clock because he's heard or he's learned that it's the best time to practice meditation and get like in touch with your deeper feelings. And maybe Eero knows more about the meditation, but it's interesting that because I live in the sunny, surfy Hawaii, I need to sort of like put myself in the mood to write the Rasmus. It's interesting.
All right. Next one. Eduardo Reyes Cadena is asking, what's the story behind Bones?
The lyrics.
Yeah,
the
lyrics.
lyrics are about karma in this case, and that's one like a topic that I thought about a lot during the last year, and especially when the pandemic hit. I felt sometimes that I had even too much time for my thoughts, and I went really deep sometimes, and I thought about my life and like what I have left behind and what have I done in this life and how I have treated people, and all these kind of things and how I should do it in the future. And I think it's very important to realize that everything in this life matters. Whatever you do, it affects something, and it has an effect. So I think it makes a great topic for a song. Yeah.
Good. Okay, Alejandra from Monterrey, Mexico is asking, do you play video games? Something which is not about music.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking quick, what recommend to play? I think Alejandra is asking recommendations for video games.
Any players?
I'm like an old school guy. I like the Super Mario.
Sonic.
Yeah, I like Sonic. We actually I listen to, like, if you look at my Spotify, maybe the most listened song
Most
is
played song.
most played song is Super Mario theme.
All right.
Yeah,
Fantastic. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, it's crazy.
You know-
My
you know-
son likes it. So we
You
listen
remember
to it.
20 years ago we used to play a lot of Tony Hawk skateboarding.
Yeah.
And I found my old Tony Hawk skateboarding game and I was trying to play it but I really couldn't because I used to play that game a lot. It's great fun.
I've been
Okay.
only playing Among Us, but
Mhm.
now it's like it's
Old
not,
news.
It's not hot anymore.
Anymore.
Forget about it.
Vano Overdrive is asking, Lauri, will you ever sing the song Trigger at the concert?
I don't know at the concert. I mean, I would need to ask you to join me, but I've done this bedroom sessions thing where I play some cover songs in my bedroom, and I've done a lot of Rasmus songs too. And Trigger is one of the songs that I've thought about performing there because I really like that song and it totally deserves another chance because it's a great song that was sort of left behind somewhere and got lost. So it's a good song and good idea.
Actually, that question it brought to my mind is we did a tour 2 years ago with 1.5 years ago with the Dead Letters, and the second part of the concert after the Dead Letters was the songs that the fans had been voting for, and I thought that was actually a really cool thing that people like you guys interacted with us and you sent us the requests, and maybe Trigger could be one of those songs that we could somehow let's vote it in.
Yeah, it's funny like how there's a lot of these kind of like lost songs that at some point I have thought, like when we wrote Trigger, I thought this is gonna be the first single. You know, like this is our best song. That's how it
crazy.
felt. Like really felt like this. So and then all of a sudden it becomes like a B-side or something, and it just like
You never
everybody
know.
forgets.
It's
Yeah.
crazy,
This is fantastic that we have fans around the world, and these questions are from many different parts of the world. And this is somebody asking from Paris, Melanie. She likes Life 705, and she's asking why 705.
Yeah, well, it's like just like a random number, like a little bit of science fiction sort of theme, like, you know, everybody is just a number and you're just number 705, and that's sort of like the idea.
Well, where did you take the number from?
Life 705.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Oh,
a
it's
rhyme.
like a rhyme.
Oh, you think of rhymes.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't get that.
Okay, next one.
But greetings to Melanie. I think that she's been, if she's the Melanie that I'm thinking about, she's been a fan for a long
that's
time.
yeah, it's from a song from the first album
Wow.
a long time ago.
Hey guys, do you remember when we went to South Africa?
Yes,
We had a nice
do.
tour. Some Angelique is asking, would you ever consider a tour, I think, in South Africa? Big fans over here. You are all awesome.
Oh, yeah.
That would be lovely. We played with Metallica and with Cedar
In South Africa.
some,
yeah.
in Cape Town, Durban, and
Johannesburg.
Yeah, that was so much fun. I think we had really nice time there. Also, I met one friend of mine who was one of my best friends in my childhood, who was living in Cape Town, and he took us to some nice places and to the best restaurants and to the Table Mountain, and we went to swim with the penguins and
Sharks and
yeah, well, we also did the cage diving with the sharks there, and I think it was amazing trip.
Yeah, it's quite a
When was it?
Beautiful country. 2004. So we played 3 concerts, and one thing I always remember from that thing is that I went for a walk in Cape Town, and then suddenly I saw James Hetfield on the street, on the corner, like waiting for the traffic lights to change, and I was like, hi. This is quite strange.
I remember where we were at the backstage, and then there was a guy asking us like, hey, my son is a big fan of the Rasmus, but we couldn't find the latest CD of yours, which was Hide from the Sun, from the stores. And we were like on the sofa, and we turned around, and it was James Hetfield. And so we said that, James, just wait a couple of minutes, and we got a pile of CDs for him, signed for his son, and greetings to his son, and so that was fixed immediately. VIP. Also, I remember Lars Ulrich was trying to get on the stage to see another band playing there, and the security guy didn't let him go there, and I was like, oh my God, and I went there, and I was talking like this is Lars Ulrich from Metallica, let him go, and he got his way to the stage.
The drummers are always helping out each other.
Uniting. All right. Liz Garcia is asking, is there any song that is inspired by your first love? Tell us the name of the song.
Oh.
Is there?
Rakkauslaulu.
Yeah, Rakkauslaulu is a song on the first album.
In Finnish.
One of the 2 songs that we wrote in Finnish language. And that song it's about love between us as a guys, as a group, as friends. And we wrote that song in a home party long time ago. That was like the kind of like the first songs we ever wrote, and it was like Pauli is also singing one of the verses there, and it's such a funny song. And we used to play a lot of guitar and sing at the home parties back in the days with our friends, and it was like something we would do at least every week, to have some drinks and just play guitar, and we would sometimes try out our new songs, play them to our friends, and they would give some instant feedback, and it's pretty.
And one important fact about Rakkauslaulu, for people who don't know Finnish, Rakkauslaulu is 2 words, love song. So that's the translation, love song.
I also found a Finnish name here, Jonna Leppänoro, and she's asking, would you invite a fan on the stage singing Rakkauslaulu or UFO-laulu anymore? I think we've done it quite several times, and I think it's really fantastic. I remember once we played in Monterey, and there was a local Mexican girl singing really good Finnish on the stage, and I think it's really like.
Yeah, but now you just have to do the COVID test and then wait for 30 minutes and then.
Or come with a negative
result. Quarantine for 2 weeks, and that's singing the song.
It's
true. I'm with all the smells here. I have a variety of smells. I've been trying.
Okay.
Okay, this is from Todje to Lauri. What is written on your silver ring? Aki.
Aki, Eero, and Pauli
Yes,
are
the same.
best.
Same here.
Yeah. This has it's quite a mystery for me. I got it
Let's
as a
open it up.
gift from somebody somewhere. I don't know. Maybe whoever gave it to me will come to me and tell me introduce her or himself. It has some kind of number combination. I think it's some like a location somewhere, like coordinates. Yeah, it's a mystery ring, but I put it in my finger like
And you can't get it
fucking
out.
5 years ago. Try to get it out.
Oh, still there.
It's like no, it's like grown in my finger. It's like when you find me dead, you'll see
Still
the
there.
bones and the ring will be there.
Bones.
Okay, I'm gonna ask some questions. This is from Aster in Netherlands. Pauli, what is your favorite movie or your movie director?
Brian De Palma, Scarface.
Classic.
It's a classic.
It's a classic. Yeah.
Watch it. It's a good movie.
Lauri, are those real feathers you wear? What bird are they, and where did you find them?
They are, most of them are gifts from the fans. Yeah, I have quite a collection of feathers.
No shit.
Yeah.
Aki, did you find advantages when working remotely? Doco Priest from Mexico City.
It was a challenge, but it was great fun to record. I had our producer John on the screen of my cell phone next to me when I was playing, and then there was like a laptop in the control room to communicate with him while listening what I was just playing. And I think it all went well, and Pauli was there with me, supporting me and kicking my ass to play better. But yeah, I mean, I'm really happy. And for example, drums of Bones, I think they just sound fantastic. I'm really, really happy and proud of the drumming on the album.
I'm very happy with your drumming. Lauri, are the US fans ever going to get a second tour? It's been 14 years. We miss you.
Whoa.
Exactly. I feel ashamed we haven't gone there. I know there's so many people. I like not so much in Hawaii, but when I lived in LA, I would meet almost every day somebody who came to me like, "Hey, I know you. Are you the singer of the Rasmus?" And like, if I went to a concert, like, I would go to see some bands, and people came to me like, "Oh my God, are you guys gonna play here?" And I always felt so bad that we haven't got any tours there. So that's really on the agenda to try to return to the States soon as possible.
Pauli, would you like to take Claudia Switzerland? What kind of style would you classify the new album?
Super hard question. It's really hard to talk about our own music in a way. Do you have any feelings? I think it's really hard to I feel it's like rock, but
Let's not reveal it too much.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I read some comments today about the new single that we put out, and some people wrote to me like, I hear the drums and I hear the guitar, and I connect with those sounds of those instruments, and yeah, that's actually, it's those kind of the basic building blocks of rock music.
Yeah, well,
Are the drums and the guitars, and I love that sound. Like I've been just kind of listening to old stuff that has a lot of like great drumming and guitars and the rhythm and melodies, and it's just like there's something
You
wrong
love it.
with me. I was born in that way. I love rock music. Yeah, and,
I'm with you.
Yeah, and there's quite a lot of that kind of sound that I love on the album.
I've heard from people who listened to the album the whole album, or it's not quite finished. But I've got feedback that people say like it reminded them of Dead Letters and Hide from the Sun. So, but like Pauli said, it's kind of hard to judge yourself because you're so close to the songs, and it's like I hardly ever think of the music style when I'm writing the songs. I'm just like, this song is just like sounding like this in my head, and like try to put the pieces together. And I think it's interesting if different songs have different kinds of production styles, and so every song gets like a treatment they deserve, and they would grow in their own directions. And you know, if the song doesn't need more than just a tiny guitar, then that's the way it should be. And you should sort of listen to the song, what it needs.
Actually, today I got really interesting insight. One fan said, "This is just like the old Rasmus," and the other one was like, "It's something that you have never done before."
No,
And I was like,
Exactly.
I feel the same way. It's like,
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
can you say?
And we had many different ways to do it. Like one of those Spain sessions, like we were in one room playing all the instruments together and like really kind of clicking in with each other. And then, you know, a few weeks after that, COVID came and we had to finish many of the songs like in separate countries and stuff. So it was, and I'm really happy that we also kind of got to do different styles of recording. Like some of the songs are actually done in the same room, and some of them are done in a way that where everybody kind of figures out, imagines their own instruments in their own time. Yeah, we haven't done that before, but it's working out beautifully, I think.
All right. There's Italian girl Laura Zuccaro asking, have you ever thought of making a movie about the Rasmus? I think we have. Eero did a couple of little documentaries.
Yeah,
And
yeah. So I would like to do a documentary film that kind of looks into the past of who these people are and how this whole thing has started in Finland, and with all the hard work that we put in and all the dreams that we had in the beginning, and how in a odd way we are still working together, and how we are kind of important people to each other. I think that it's a very fascinating subject, but it will take a bit of time to get that together because have to sort out all the old video cassettes and stuff like that.
okay, Carmen Rubio Montenegro from Argentina is asking, how many surprises will you bring this year?
Do you mean Christmas?
What do you mean? Christmas. Like surprises, I think maybe the meaning in this question is that we kind of came out from the bushes with the single quite fast, and like they didn't expect it. I think that's the question.
Well, there's more to come for
Yeah.
sure. I mean, this is just the beginning, of course, and I suggest you keep the channel open because there's gonna be something new very soon.
Yeah.
Any more questions?
Let's take one more.
Should we?
Last one?
What people are asking here? Inside this. How are you all doing? Are you in love? A love in the shadows? Yeah, I'm from Scotland. Okay, well that wasn't a question. That was yeah, from Scotland.
We still have so many. Mildred Rodriguez Castellanos is asking,
Oh, that's a hard one, but I want to answer that one.
have you ever felt any pressure by anyone to change your music style? I think there was a time when some Finnish record company people were asking Rasmus to sing in Finnish.
Yeah.
There's been a bit of that.
That was like
To be more commercial in this country, but
yeah.
I think we were right when we kept our heads and continued singing in English.
Yeah, I think the plan was to be known outside of Finland.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think because also all our idols at the moment, you know, bands like Nirvana or Metallica or Red Hot Chili Peppers, they all sang in English, and it was felt very natural to sort of do the thing they do, and I think also English goes well with like a rhythmic rhythms and stuff. I think because Finnish is a beautiful language, but I never felt like it's my voice in music.
Okay, one more extra because I don't want to finish this yet. Extra question. There are many fans in Latin America. Have you ever thought of doing a song in Spanish? Spanish.
Well, yeah,
Rosas Negras.
Rosas Negras. Something would be interesting. I don't speak Spanish. I think Pauli speaks the most.
Sí.
Capitán. So, I think if Pauli is gonna sing that song, then we can do it.
Sí.
Capitán.
Ai, ai.
Capitán. Cantana.
Capitán. Marinero.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Was
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks, thanks for the list of good questions, and we are really happy to be together with the band.
yeah, and we miss you guys. I mean,
Yeah,
it's been such a long time since the last concert. It's already over a year. The last time we played was in March in Mexico.
Which is very unusual for us to be such a long time apart.
Yeah, so we can't wait to get back on tour, and we have released some dates already, and you can check them out at therasmus.com. But there will be more gigs coming and more news, everything in a very near future. And
stay tuned.
yeah,
Yeah, and we're also really happy to hear from my friends and fans. Like I get messages, oh, I already got my tickets for the concert in the tour, and people are excited, and it feels like people are also feeling this, that finally the wait is over, and there's going to be some fun after all these lockdown times. So I'm feeling very much the same way. Like it's great to have those things booked, and I'm really eager to see you all.
yeah, life returns.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, and enjoy your day or night or whatever it is, and see you guys soon.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.